Don Johnson here with Protective Tactics. Another glorious snow-covered day in northwest Indiana with temps in the single digits. By the way, if you notice I sometimes don't enunciate all my words on these videos, it's mostly because my face gets numb. But it's still 100% worth it to get outside. You know, when it's this cold and I'm not making a video, I can pull up the face mask part of my balaclava and all is comfy and warm. You know, I believe you should have appropriate survival gear as if you had to be outside for days and in every weather condition wherever you live. Moving forward with more protective tactics. So I told in the Rules of 3 video that humans can't survive 3 days without clean water. Let's take a closer look at why and how to protect yourself and your family from the threat of a lack of clean water. In the US and other developed nations, clean water directly accessible into our homes is usually taken for granted. Around the world, however, approximately 2.1 billion people don't have access to clean water at home. And it happens in the US too. Some homes in the US still don't have indoor plumbing. Some have broken or contaminated plumbing. Some have unsanitary wastewater systems and contaminated wells. And sometimes water supplies to entire communities get contaminated. Occasional droughts limit clean water supplies, and people sometimes just struggling to pay bills get their clean water shut off. You know, over 1 million people have clean water challenges in the U.S. Flint, Michigan, for example, had a public health crisis due to water contaminated with lead and Legionnaire's disease that required bottled water for 5 years. You know, without clean water, our body can't survive. Our body is about 60% water. Our brain, heart, and lungs are 73 to 83% water. Our body needs water for our blood to maintain the consistency necessary to transport oxygen and nutrients to our cells, to maintain life, for our organs to keep functioning. Most of us, at one time or another, have experienced at least some level of dehydration. Dehydration is when your body simply doesn't have enough water. Perhaps it was a hot day where you did some, extended vigorous activity and just didn't drink enough water to replace the water lost through sweat. Or perhaps you were sick and just weren't drinking enough, had a fever. Normal everyday life, and you don't drink enough. It all comes down to not drinking enough clean water. You get dizzy or get a headache. Maybe you just need to get some fluids in you and you feel better. But maybe you had to go to the hospital and get fluids through an IV just to stabilize your body's normal function. You know, the real challenge is when the water isn't replaced and dehydration continues. You get cramps, your blood pressure can drop, and organs can actually stop working. Water is absolutely essential to survive. For most people around the world, the challenge isn't so much a lack of water as it is a lack of clean water. You know, unclean water may keep you alive for a while, but unclean water can also kill you too. Fatal medical conditions like cholera, typhoid, hepatitis A, all occur because of contaminated water. You know, everyone knows that we need clean water to clean the outside of our bodies. Well, drinking clean water is necessary to clean the inside of your bodies, to flush away toxins. Clean water is also necessary to keep the clothes clean that touch your skin. Remember, your skin is the largest organ on your body, and it needs hydration and care too. You need clean water to clean and cook your food. Clean water is necessary to grow food too, obviously. We need clean water in abundance to maintain good health in every way. You know, at a minimum, there's the 8x8 rule. Drink 8 ounces of water 8 times daily. Now, naturally, the amount of clean water that you actually should have varies from person to person and depends on many other factors, like activity level and body weight. But the 8x8 rule is a good average place to start for virtually everyone. You know, along the lines of survival rules of 3, You should also have on hand a minimum of 3 gallons of clean water on hand for each person in your home. That's the minimum needed just for 3 days. Minimum needed. Considering the need for clean water is so essential, I believe that you should have enough for at least 3 months. 3 months of clean water is a lot to store for most people. So I believe you should have backup sources for water and a way to clean it. And there's many options for that. In addition to storing dozens of gallons of water, our family has rain barrels that connect to the gutter downspouts to collect rainwater and melting snow. Believe it or not, part of my rationale and motivation for installing an in-ground swimming pool was to have a background storage of 30,000 gallons of water on hand. Of course, we also chose a home that's only a block away from a river and 2 miles away from Lake Michigan. So I also installed a well as a backup to our city water. So I think our family is in good shape as far as the water supply. How about your family? So remember though, water supply may allow you to survive for a while longer, but it needs to be clean too in order to maintain good health. That's where water filtration and treatment come in hand. With test kits and chemicals on hand, I can easily make our pool water drinkable if necessary. But it's still better though to filter all water before drinking it, washing food or using it to cook. Our well water is pretty healthy, but I still have a filter on it too. In fact, I believe it's a good idea to filter even your city water supply for drinking. So I know many families in Flint, Michigan wish that they had filtered water at home before their kids drank it and got sick. There are entire home filtration systems, drinking water only filtration systems, and then just simply pitchers you put in the fridge that have filters in them. Life Straw and Soy are also brands that make several types of filtration systems. Anything from straws and water bottles to campsites and communities. I consider them relatively inexpensive considering the value of clean water. In fact, our family keeps a variety of them on hand at home, in our vehicles, and in our backpacks. There's other methods like UV pins and clean water tablets, but the tablets are the least expensive and require the least amount of space, but they also require time before the water is drinkable. So I like the filters best. Remember, you can also clean water by boiling it, for a minute, then let everything settle for a few minutes, and then just running it through a clean cloth. Of course, then you have the issue of needing to have a source of fire, and that's for another day. So, do you drink enough clean water to maintain good health? Do you have a good supply of clean water on hand? Do you have backup sources of water? Do you have water filtration devices? And if not, why not? Everything's a change. Everything can change in an instant, so don't rely on the government or others to provide basic needs for you and your family. Remember, sooner is safer. Thanks for watching me and learning more protective tactics to save your life and save your family in every way. All right, please use the comments to ask questions, to share your thoughts. Just like and subscribe and toggle notifications to all. And hope to see you again soon. As you notice today, I haven't been walking. I've been stopping and just standing still. Why? Because I'm taking a little break because I've been cross-country skiing, as you can see by the skis in the picture next to me. Been out here on the trail, which is a beautiful day. We've got a foot of fresh snow and snow all on the trees and in the ravine behind me and just all over the place. And matter of fact, I dropped my hat in the ravine when I stepped here on the bridge. I'm not sure if I'm going to recover that or not. We'll see. But anyways, the snow's a foot deep, and I'm the first one out here today. So I've got only some deer tracks to follow here and there. And I need my ski poles in order to stay up on top of the snow with my and keep good balance on my skis. So I had to put my poles down in order to record the video. So you know what? That's a good time to just stop and take a break, record the video, and so yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Have an awesome day. Every day. It's a choice. Bye for now.